Hello guys, I'm Paritsy Options here and welcome back to my channel, and today I will show you guys my scalping strategy. How do I take scalps, right? So this strategy is called as the trendline scalping strategy, and this works best in Banknifty, but you can use this strategy in any of the index. If you prefer Nifty, you can prefer taking a scalp in Nifty. If you prefer Fin Nifty, you can prefer taking a scalp in Fin Nifty, right? And even other indexes, right? Be it Sensex or maybe mid cap Nifty if you guys trade in that. But anyways, I prefer Bank Nifty because the movement of premiums is the best in Bank Nifty, right? At least that's what I've observed, is that the premiums move very good in Bank Nifty, and not so good in Nifty and Fin Nifty, right? Sometimes in Fin Nifty also, the strategy actually hits your stop loss first and then goes into your favor, right? But still, you can use this strategy in any of the indices, whichever you want, and whichever you trade in, right? But as I said, this works the best in Bank Nifty. So what this strategy is that it traps people whenever the market is near trend lines, right? So I'll go ahead and open the 5 minute chart. So what you need to do first of all to implement the strategy is that go to a 5 minute chart and start making trend lines, right? Start making trend lines throughout the day and see where can you get a trend line, right? So if I go ahead and make a trend line over here, on from the top I can see one trend line coming over here. Just give me a sec. Yeah, if you I'll go ahead and remove this magnet and connect the highs, right? Connect the swing highs with the trend line. Do not connect the bodies, connect the swing highs. So what this strat, if you see over here in the trend line, sometimes a candle will go above the trend line and show everyone that the trend line is being broken, right? And that is when we go ahead and take entry against the breaking of the trend line, right? So what I mean is that if you see this trend line was going on over here, right? And then when the market came to break this trend line, that is when we'll go to the 1 minute chart over here and see, is the market actually breaking the trend line or is it just faking the breakout of this trend line, right? So if you see in the 1 minute chart over here, market went above the trend line, but it did not sustain above it. And that is when, if we see that the market is not sustaining above the trend line, that is when we go ahead and go short from here. That means we go ahead and buy a put from here. And if you see, market gives you a very good moment from here till the downside, and you can easily scalp and go exit your position. Even then also market gives you a very good momentum, even like, apart from scalping, it gives you very good momentum on the downside, even more than scalping, right? But I prefer to scalp for maybe 20 points, 30 points, and just exit my trades, right? Sometimes even 15 points. As soon as I get 1:1, I prefer to exit my trade or take profits, right? Anyways, why is this different from just not taking a put at a trend line? Is because if you see, when the market was not breaking the trend line, if you see, market was sustaining over here itself, right? And that is when you could hit your stop loss, right? But when the market tried to break above it and it could not, then it went straight down, right? Then you got a pretty clear momentum, and that is because people get trapped over here, right? Whenever the market is starting to move up and breaking this trend line, a lot of people will go ahead and maybe buy a call or maybe go long from here, and those guys now get trapped over here as soon as the market could not sustain that breaking of the trend line, right? Now we know that the trend line is not just a line, right? Say that, so that whenever the market comes near this level, it will take resistance exactly from this line itself. It could take resistance maybe 10 points up, 20 points up, and then start moving down. But a lot of people in the market, what they do is that as soon as they see that the market is going above this line, they start buying. And that is where these guys get trapped, and that is where we can go ahead and take a position against those people, right? And that is where you guys can go ahead and take a buying put. You can buy a put, or you can maybe short futures, whatever you want to, and take a quick scalp from here till the next support. Now, right now, that is for buying. What can you do for selling, right? If I could show you guys a selling position that I had also taken over here, if I could remember correctly, this was a trend line on the downside. If I could make this trend line over here, just give me a sec. I'll go ahead and Yeah, over here, if you see, just a second. Yeah. Yeah, if you see over here, there was Banknifty was actually moving into this channel over here, and there was also this trend line coming in from the downside, right? I've connected the, if you see, I've connected the lows over here, exactly the lows, right? Do not connect the bodies, connect the lows. And now if you see, Banknifty went and just broke the trend line, right? And then could not sustain. If you see, and from there we got a very good moment. This was the first minute of the day, so let's not consider this candle. But after that, if you see, markets went and broke this trend line, showed everyone that it was about to break this trend line, and then reverse from there. And if you see, there was such a good bang in less than, in like 5 minutes, you would have easily gotten from let's say you would have taken an entry at 43,850 to 43,920 to 910. So you would have gotten 60 points in less than 5 minutes, right? So that is how we will go ahead and take a trade, right? So now you first of all understood the philosophy, right? How exactly this strategy is going to work, right? If you could not, if you did not understand, just watch the video again and I'll explain it to you guys in the end also, right? So where do we need to take an entry? Right now, that is an important position. So talking about entry over here, whenever the market is showing that it is breaking a trend line, be ready, right? As soon as the market then makes a pause candle or a candle with wick on the upside, right? Whenever it is breaking a trend line on the upside, if there is a wick on the upside, wait for the low of that candle to be broken. So in this scenario over here, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and just magnify the zoom in and show you guys. In this scenario, if you see this candle, right? If the market had to break this trend line, it will not wait over here, right? Or even if it has to break this trend line, it will not come down from here. It will go straight up, right? So now if you see, markets made this candle and there is a big wick on the upside. That means market is seeing rejection from here and market may trap people over here. So that is your first sign. If you see any sort of a candle which with a wick to it, that is your first sign. And then as soon as we cross the low of that candle, you go ahead and take a 15-point stop loss in the spot and take your target till the next support. Now if you see, the next support was at 44,020, that is from where the buying had come. So you can, so your entry will be at 44,055, your stop loss will be at 70 points, as I said, 44,070 or the high of the candle, right? If you see, the high of the candle was at 44,067, so 44,070, not big much of a deal, right? But if you would have gotten a smaller stop loss at the high of this candle, you could have even kept that, and then your target would have been 44,020, right? You can even take 1:1 target. Since it's a scalping strategy, we will focus more on accuracy and not the risk to reward ratio, right? Because we want more accuracy in our trades. Even if the trades are giving you less reward, that's fine. What we want is more accuracy, and that is what this strategy provides. It provides you with very less stop losses, and most of the times the strategy will provide you with a profit, right? Because market has already trapped someone, right? Now market trapping people again over here, and then starting to move down and again going up, that is something which is very uncertain, right? Or doesn't happen a lot of time. So that is what this strategy has a focus on more accuracy, right? Again, your target will be 44,020, and that is what is ahead. You can even keep a 15-point target. As I said, with a 1:1, you can even keep at 44,040, which will be your 1:1 target, and you can easily get that. Now talking about on the downside over here, if you see, where will we enter? If you see, right, markets broke this trend line over here, right? And then the next candle itself was green. That means market is taking rejection from this area, from the downside. And as soon as we break the high of this candle, you guys can go ahead and take an entry. So your entry will be at 43,850. Your SL will be at 43,835, right? If you see, 15-point stop loss only. No more than 15-point stop loss in the spot, and you can keep keep your target till the next resistance. Now the next resistance was 43,890. If you see, right, this zone over here, that was the next resistance. And if you see, markets, easily went up till 43,890 without any, stopping. Markets gave you a easy return over here, right? So that is how good the scalping strategy is, and I use it every day to, pretty much get a trade or two and, make easy money, is what I'm trying to say, right? So now a place where the market would have hit your stop loss with this strategy would be over here, right? If you see over here, there was this trend line coming in. I'm just gonna go ahead and, I'm just gonna go ahead and, yeah, zoom it out. If you see, there was this trend line coming in over here, and now the market had come to break this trend line, right? And if you see, as soon as we broke the trend line, we saw rejection over here, right? And you could have taken this entry as soon as we crossed the high of the rejection candle, right? Over here, 43,790, and your stop loss would have been near 43,775, right? And over here, if you see, markets went up in our favor, but if you see, it did give us 1:1 over here. But then again, if you would have kept your target till 43,835 or 840, which was kind of a resistance, your stop loss your target wouldn't have gotten it, and your stop loss would have gotten it, right? But still, you would have gotten 1:1. But again, we'll consider this as a stop loss. So that there are also scenarios where this strategy will hit stop losses. It's not like the strategy comes without stop losses and stuff. Every strategy has its stop loss, and stop loss and other, like every strategy every once in a while hits a stop loss, here and there. Again, if you see, in this while over here where the market was really kind of consolidating in the middle, you wouldn't have gotten that good of trades, trades at all, right? So again, in markets which are like very sideways throughout the day, there it's a bit hard to find trades. But I think most of the days you do get trades like here and there, right? You do at least get one trade over here and there. So again, how do you make the trend line? As I said, you connect the lows and connect the highs. You do not connect the bodies, you connect the lows and the highs, and as soon as the trend line is about to be broken, you look for rejection on the upside, right? And if you see that people are getting trapped at the breaking of the trend line, then you go ahead and bet against those people, right? And then you can easily get your you can easily get a quick scalp over there, right? Another thing, guys, to remember is the strike selection, right? Now, if you're going ahead and implementing this strategy with buying options, which is the best way to do it, what you need to do is buy either one strike ITM or an ATM call or put option, right? Do not go OTM with this strategy until and unless it's an expiry day. And even then, I would suggest just do not go ahead and take OTM, trade with OTM options, because we are scalping and because we are not in the market for a big momentum. We need momentum to happen fast in the premiums also, right? So always take one strike ITM or an ATM call option, right? So if you see over here, you could have taken so market was at 44,060 over here, right? When you would have taken an entry, so either you could have taken 44,100 or 44,200 or even 44,000 for that matter. But I would prefer just go one strike ITM or the ATM call option. That's the best to do. So the best choice would be to take a 44,100 put option over here. On the other hand, if you see over here, market was near 43,850. So the best strike to choose would have been 43,800 call option or 43,700 call option. But the best one would have been 43,800 call option. You could have also chosen 43,900 call option. But I think the best momentum would still be at 43,800 call option. So the best strike, as I said, would be a slightly ITM option, right? If you still cannot understand, like which one to choose, just choose one strike ITM call option. That is call or put option. That is the best thing to do. Do not use a lot of your brains over here. Just we need momentum and that's it, right? Where will we get the best momentum? ATM or ITM options. So yeah, guys, that was it for today, and I hope you liked this strategy. I just tried to keep this video as short as possible, and if you guys do have any sort of doubts about this strategy, how to use this, when to use this, and something that I have not covered in this video, so yeah, do let me know in the do let me know in the comments. I'll clear all of you guys' doubts in the comments also, because maybe I might have forgotten a thing or two when trying to make this video, and which I would have not said. But yeah, I hope you guys really like this strategy and do try it, right? Even just take a few paper trades in the start. Do not go ahead, and if you're not feeling confident, just take a few paper trades. Maybe just look at the premium, how the premium is moving. Is the premium hitting your target, right? And once you're confident, then you can go ahead and make your own trend lines, right? Make your own trend line and see, is the market is the market following the strategy? And if it is, again, do let me know in the comments, right? And if you do want more such strategies where you can get a lot of good returns with very good accuracy, again, just like this video, and maybe just show some love in the comments, right? And that was it for today, and thank you for watching till the end. I'll see you tomorrow in another video. Bye bye.